Happy New Year's, everyone. The transfer window has officially opened. In today's video, we're going to talk about everything you need to know in the January transfer window. I'll be going about the latest news plus more and more. So guys, enjoy the video and show some love. If it's your first time on the channel, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Please, let's get 100 likes on this video. Hope you guys enjoy everything, and let's get into everything. To kick the things off, we start with the developing stories for the last 24 hours as we are set to say hello to the player we signed and we loan back to Boca Junior. Anselmino has been recalled back to the club and he's going to Cobham to start training under Enzo Maresca. At the moment, he makes his flight to London. So by next week, Anselmino will be a Chelsea player. This is a great news, man, as the much needed defensive record we needed. As this guy, for me, the way he defends in a wide area is great. The Argentina reports have reported that Chelsea have paid the 1 million the recall option, so we paid that money so we can bring him back to the club. We signed for him about 18 million and we loaned him back to Boca Junior. He was supposed to remain there until the end of their season, but naturally, because of our needed of the defensive, we have to recall him back. This is the profile we needed. On one hand, I think about myself, especially last night for the disappointing game, like using an option like Disasi, where you have like Josh Ashimpong, the guy we signed who can play in the position. How would he feel about giving an opportunity to the player who is signed for more money? For me, actively, there is pathways for the academy players, but for me, I would say we need a profile like this. Let's see what happens. I don't want to get too carried away, but for me, what I saw about this player, what he does, realistically, with a long time injuries to Badiashile and Wesley Fofana, it's embarrassing. We should get this player, introduce him to the club, introduce him to the team right away. Anselmino is an incredible, good player, the passer of the ball, the line breakings, he's incredible, man. And just like what he do, because we signed this guy because we knew what he can do in the wide areas, the way he carries the ball. We have seen how our wingers, how they have suffered getting doubled on week in and week out, and Anselmino will be the kind of guy who will free them by underlapping the ball and overlap. And Anselmino, for me, this was the right move to make. Put my fingers crossed. I'm really excited to see what he can bring. I know he needs some time to the club and to the life at London, but Anselmino will be an exciting season, man. Seeing him, I tuned in some games, but the way he was breaking the lines up for them. So guys, let's don't get too gassed and let's see what he can do. Even youthly, we are constantly signing youth players, but on these young guys, we talk about them, they're like they're in their prime, they're only like 20, 18, 19 years old. Give them some room to breathe and let's see what they can do. But we do have some excited talent, and let's see what he can desperately needed, man. For me, it's encouraging to see be more open to this kind of player, because I would say Anselmino will be a proper player and will be a good fit for us this season. So guys, let me know what are your thoughts on Anselmino joining the club this Friday. Officially, he will be a Chelsea player and he will be registered by next week, so he can start training with the first team. Maybe we will see him at the game against like Crystal Palace away. Let's see what we can do, man. This guy is a good player. So guys, let me know and I'll keep you guys updated. We have some big stories we have to talk about. Now we talk about Kolo Muani. As you guys know, the report came out from Flumisa and it says we are looking up at the strikers option. As you guys know, like there's players like William Delap, Evan Ferguson, and now Kolo Muani. What makes this story fascinating, we are exploring an option to sign Kolo Muani on loan with an option to buy at the end, not the obligation. I don't think Paris Saint-Germain, they are in the position of guaranteed putting a demands on us. So they will just hope for us to take him on loan and let's see if you'll attract more market on him. But potential, Futumasa have reported that Chelsea are they're impressed with Kolo Muani option of playing in multiple areas, the attacking areas. As you guys know, Kolo Muani is the type of striker who can operate with another number 9 up front. As you guys saw him at Frankfurt, he used to be scoring goals and assists, double digits at Frankfurt, but at Paris Saint-Germain, life has not been the same. With median impression, this is a long move. There's no obligation, there's just an option. Kolo Muani, inside and out, this will be a proper signing for me, man. Bring him. If he does not do at the end of the season, send him back to Paris Saint-Germain. Recently, we have not been so great for the French players. Outside of Malo Gusto, and even this season, Malo Gusto have suffered a little bit. But this season, let's see what he can do, man. Even Badia Shield, Axel Disasi are not been so good for us. But even Wesley Fofana, as sadly you guys know, has been very, very injury prone. With all these guys signing for us, with an potential of hoping them they will be great. But let's see what Kolo Muani can do. Can we sign him on loan with an option to buy end of the season? I'll be surprised if he does not do well, because in our squad, the way we play, that's what suited for Kolo Muani. For me, with this, it's not going to be so simple. Let's talk about Kolo Muani. I know you guys be rolling your eyes right now and looking at hell and say, Kolo Muani misses a lot of chances in front of the goal. Let's talk about this. As you guys know, this season it's not been good. 2 starts, 8 subs appearances, I think 2 goals. That's not good. He's not been doing well in the French league, man. But there's context behind everything. As you guys know, Luis Enrique has updated the way not to be needed to direct strikers up front. Even Cancelo Ramos is barely played. As you guys know, Luis Enrique has been using false 9. Example, and a goal thread is more like from Ousmane Dembele, Bradley Bacola, etc. And so for me, I'm not going to blame him. He's not been used a lot in Paris Saint-Germain. But this season, you remember last season when he played with Mbappe in that season, he was so fantastic, man. He did so well. We had so many goals and so many assists for him last season, before this season. And after Mbappe left, he's not been doing well. Kolo Muani for me. What do I think Kolo Muani can do? Can Kolo Muani be that guy we need? Because for me, I would say, guys, Kolo Muani will be a potential good striker for us, man. And some people don't like him, but for me, I truly like him, man. This doesn't take away the potential of the striker. It's just like the striker, the player did not complement the manager's system. That's why he did not work. The striker must always be complement with the game plan, what it is. That's what I think for me, what the player should be. But interesting possibilities this season. Kolo Muani is a multi-fascinating threat. He can play in multiple areas, especially on the left side. We will be weak on that side. As you guys know, Mikhailo Modric has been suspended and he's not going to be playing for a while now, and we're still waiting for that test. So Kolo Muani can play on that left, he can play on the right, he can play on the wings, he can play as a false 9, as a 9. Everything you need is in him. We need a player who can come and support Nicola Jackson, but not just by casting our eyes off Kolo Muani. This was a guy who was one of the top 3, top 2 in the Bundesliga just 2 seasons ago. What happened to him? Can we bring that guy back? Can he find his form back to the club here if he comes to the Chelsea? That's my opinion on Kolo Muani. For me, he's not my first choice. If he was my first choice, for me, I'll go and get William Delap, or I'll go and get John Duram ahead of him. But this is a guy who can play in multiple areas. He's also someone who is a very, very strong carrier of the ball. Someone we need. As when you don't have Nico up front, we are so weak up front, man. We need someone who can do the same thing Nico does. The whole plays, carry the ball. Kolo Muani is that guy. So guys, let me know in the comment down below. What are your thoughts on Kolo Muani? And we will talk about everything. And as before we finish, let's talk about this one too. Let's talk about Cesar Casede, and let's talk about Chris Fankunku, because these links have come today from Serie A that so many Serie A clubs, they want Cesar Casede. And for me, I already said it, man. sell Cesar Castede. By this report, they come out and they say Cesar Castede, they have an option. We can always have a release clause inside and say that we can buy him for certain money, because Cesar Castede is a Chelsea. He's a really good, talented kid, man. And if you just let some talented kids like this, you always put some release clause inside, says that you can always buy the player back, man. This is my opinion, man, on Cesar Castede. Bring him back if he ever get better, and if he does not, let him, and then we can just flip him. But for me, another report is Chris Nkunku. He has had like the links from Arsenal and links from Barcelona. As you guys know, right now Chelsea is linked to Daniel Omer, and he been saying like Barcelona, they wants to bring Chris Nkunku on loan with an option to buy at the end of the season, not an obligation. But let me see, man. And it was even reported yesterday that the club officially put a statement out and they said if Chris Nkunku wants to leave, he can leave. He can go to the board and tell them that he wants to leave. He wants to leave the club. That's a good idea, man. For me, I have no problem with that. If Chris wants to leave, he can leave. He doesn't have to stay. But guys, that's what I think, man. And these other links, they came and they said Arsenal wants to buy Chris Nkunku. And for me, I said this was totally not true, man. I don't believe these links. I don't think it's any player in their mind will go to Arsenal Football Club at the moment, man. They're borrow jobs, as you guys know. For me, I'll say yes, they have a good project. They've been doing it for 5 years, but what has they achieved in those last 5 years for me? And Chris Nkunku is a player who wants to win trophies, who wants to win all that. Maybe he will go there because Thierry Henry, he played there, he was French, and he's French too as well. But Arsenal, I don't think it's going to happen. And Chelsea, the biggest thing is Chelsea can never allow one of their best players, one of their good players to go and play for a rival club. That's what I think for me what will be one of the biggest thing. And Chris Nkunku, if he decide to leave, because Chelsea already expressed their feelings and they said Christopher Nkunku is a very, very important player to this project. We need to keep him and we cannot sell him. If we sell him, we cannot sell him in the Premier League, especially to a rival like Arsenal who's going for a league, because maybe he can improve them. I don't remember the last time any Chelsea player left and go to Arsenal and win anything or do well. Maybe it will even be the end of his career as well. But let me know, guys, in the comment down below. Smash that like button, subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And take care of yourself, and God bless you, and happy new year, man. Take care of yourself.